Yo, what up? Good morning, GMGM. Wednesday, February 20-something, 2025. Look at that. Another beautiful day to have a beautiful day. I got my co-host in the house, Tyler Mando. Good morning. How you guys doing today?
Good. Fantastic, man. Feel energized at the moment. What about you?
Wow, this is great. I'm getting there. My Oura ring chart is up only, so we're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there. We're still, we're still down low, but we're gonna be all time highs very soon. And I'm giving myself until Monday. What up, Tyler? How you doing today?
Good. We've already gone through a mini cycle this morning.
In like 24 hours.
I woke up and we were so back, and then it was over again.
So back again. From the moment I got up, made coffee, got back to my desk, we were in from 88.8 to 85 to 88. Like literally, from the because I know because I was texting you guys while I was making coffee, and I got up to my desk. I'm like, and opened all my charts before the show. I'm like, what?
We went from like stablecoin pricing to just insane volatility on them.
Yeah, it's definitely like leverage traders nightmare happening on in this place. Definitely be careful out there. Anyway, today on the show, let's talk macro, let's talk markets, let's talk all that good stuff. It was a good show. Actually, this show was very good. Very happy with it yesterday. All things market. It was really good. So if you like the show, start retweeting and get your friends involved. Like honestly, like every time you have friends asking where to start, just send them to the show. I do that with my friends. And actually I've gotten some pretty good feedback. So I'm pretty happy about that. But anyways, this show was really good. I'm really happy about our market session yesterday. Tyler's top 100. Let's actually go through Tyler's top one. I mean, is it 100 or 1,000 now? It's still 100, right? It's Tyler's top 100.
100, yeah.
It was like top 10 on Monday. Top 100 yesterday. We're still in the top 100 period right now, but it was positive news galore against yesterday. The charts don't paint that yet. That's coming. And then Rollbit loot box spins. We have another great loot box, and I saw Bernie set the box at like 3.5% chance of winning a punk or some shit. So hopefully someone hits a punk today. That would be really nice. And then last but not least, this show is powered by Galaxis. Galaxis is a Web3 platform empowering creators and brands to build unstoppable communities with full ownership and independence, trusted by icons like Donald Trump, Steve Aoki, Mike Tyson, and the NBA, shaping together the future of engagement. Mando, I started chit-chatting about the market this morning. You're using like adult terms. So let's talk about that.
Who is the man, macro daddy of the land? Can you dig it?
Yeah, I've turned back into being a macro analyst, haven't I?
I saw that. The difference is that you actually are one.
Yeah. Although in trading terms, if I was on a trading floor, they wouldn't call me a macro trader.
What would they call you?
I used to be a credit trader. To be fair, like there's a bit of macro.
So you were a credit trader?
Yeah, it's more credit trading is more like knowing companies rather than being broadly macro. But there is still some macro and some of the stuff I used to do. But yes, I posted a few things today. We are bouncing a little bit here, although Bitcoin had gone down and kind of retested that 86K area. Actually hit 85.5, looks like. I said that this 88K level is relatively important, and we've kind of tested it twice and rebounded to it. So this second test, we did just put in a lower low there on Bitcoin. So I don't know, maybe we'll have a third test just to see if we really are. This is really a support level. I don't know. Interestingly, on that dip just now, most altcoins did not put in a lower low. If your altcoin did just put in a lower low, I would be a little bit scared. That's what I would say. So go check what price it moved yesterday, what price it went today, and hopefully you're slightly higher. But interestingly, yeah, a bunch of alts didn't. So it feels as though they are slightly stronger maybe than Bitcoin here, risk adjusted. In terms of macro, it's been a little bit of a turn over the last 3-4 days. Like we've gone from all-time highs on gold and on stocks to 4 straight days of down. Nasdaq is down negative year to date. A bunch of tech stocks, more of the frothy ones, are down a lot. Something like Tesla is now down below $1 trillion, for example, which is down 40% in 2 months. Microsoft formed a death cross that hasn't done that in 10 years. Stock market fear and greed moved to fear. Obviously, we're in extreme fear right now in crypto.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of worries about macro, and part of this is, maybe I'll just be a bit more macro for a bit. There is an increasing worry that the focus of the Trump administration is now the 10-year bond yield and not the stock market. And that's partly from comments by the new Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, but also Elon Musk. The idea that they're hoping to bring the budget under control, and like their main benchmark is now the 10-year yield rather than the stock market. And that focus on that is calling people to slightly question like how much they're going to care about what happens to stocks. So part of it's that, and part of it is also just people a little bit worried about a slowdown here in the US economy, partly because Doge, whether you might think it's efficiency he's improving, but it could also be seen as austerity, which generally is kind of a negative thing for GDP growth, let's say. And just a general slowdown in a range of different other markets as well. So what we've seen is the dollar's at like a 3-month low. 10-year yield is now sinking pretty fast. I was tweeting about today that truflation, which is a very good inflation metric, has absolutely dumped over the last 4-6 weeks, from about 4% down to 2%. Now, just 2 weeks ago, like no one was predicting rate cuts, right? Not for a while, at least. If that has turned, then I do think that we are maybe heading back towards rate cuts this year. Remember, the interest rates are still at 4.5% in the US, so they're very, very high. So if inflation does head back down lower again, then I think we could be in for a kind of a changing of what the bond market thinks they're calling of their bluff, of which I think we could get 3 to 4 rate cuts this year. So a move kind of more towards the QE easing sort of cycle in the US. Maybe not full QE, but definitely a shutdown of quantitative tightening and some rate cuts. So macro's having a little bit of wobble. It's mainly around tech stocks, but also this underlying fear that maybe we're in for a period here of like more austerity rather than efficiency, and that could have an impact. And also like the focus on the 10-year yield rather than the stock market. Crypto, similarly, Bitcoin is seeing outflows. The vast majority of these outflows are related to the basis trade that we've been speaking about. This is where you go long Bitcoin ETF and you short the futures, right? Because they were in positive funding. Whether you understand what I'm talking about or not, basically there was a trade where hedge funds could make about 7%, 7 to 25% occasionally by owning the Bitcoin ETF. And now that trade has unwound or is no longer there. They're having to sell the Bitcoin ETF. At the same time, the futures open interest is nosediving right now because they're taking off their shorts in Bitcoin. So net, the impact should actually not be that big. A lot of people are focused on it, but if it's an unwind of the basis trade, which it largely looks to be, given the drop in CME open interest, again, only I think a small amount of you might follow what I'm talking about. It's mainly to do with an unwind of that trade, which is actually a delta neutral trade. It's not actually that big, not actually that much of a worry. But yeah, today we have Nvidia earnings, which I think will be a large bit of the volatility today. Obviously, in the backdrop that tech have been kind of smashed into it. The other one of these tech stocks that people have been worried about is MicroStrategy, which I think we've spoken about a lot.
Yeah.
The premium there is down to around 1.5 times. That's down 55% now.
Wow. Jeez, look at that chart.
Yeah. It's now lower than where it was pre the election, which is very interesting because Bitcoin's up a decent amount since
But
then.
it was squeezed before, right?
Well, it was squeezed all year, yeah. But
Yeah.
but the idea, it was trading at such a high premium. Now it's massively decreased. So that one's going to be that one's continues to like create some fear / FUD. I look at it a lot because I think it is the number one worry in crypto. Maybe in a couple of years, but I don't think it's a worry right now. I continue to think that he should just stop buying Bitcoin. like
Or just maybe slower. Like the pace at which he's buying Bitcoin.
Just stop buying. Honestly, just stop buying Bitcoin, dude. Like you are.
He's not going to listen though. You know.
He could just keep rolling his current debt obligations. What really could fuck him up here, and what I don't understand if this is just like a power play because he wants to own like a certain percentage of the amount of Bitcoin, is if he keeps borrowing to buy more Bitcoin. Right now, like Bitcoin would have to get absolutely destroyed for that to ever really be a worry. It would have to go down for a very sustained period to kind of the teens again. Maybe after this recent buy is like more like 20, but like very, very low. If he continues to buy $2 billion of Bitcoin every single week, he will fuck himself up. And he will fuck this up for the whole market, in my opinion. So there is a legitimate worry there, but I don't think it's that much of a worry in terms of he'll have to sell his holdings or anything like that.
Got it.
That's my general view. I would be very unsurprised if MicroStrategy stock continues to fall, though.
I mean, it's that this it's a support, right?
Well, but that's not why I would look at it. I would look at it on this premium versus discount.
Got it.
It's still trading at a premium. In the past, MicroStrategy has traded at a decent discount, like a very big discount. And I think that it would be unsurprising if it moved towards trading at a discount. Maybe not a huge one, but if the faith is gone in his policy, then I do think that that would be the obvious thing that would happen here, and then he would be forced to stop buying Bitcoin.
It was actually 3x premium at peak, right? I don't
Wow.
know. No,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's
1.5. I think Mando was saying.
okay.
Yeah.
A little better.
Yeah,
What do you
decent amount, and that's making people slightly uneasy. Wow. Okay. Did you see this? Bybit's just released their
What?
Bybit just released their audit report. The compromise was not Bybit, but Safe's servers. They hot swapped the Gnosis Safe UI with JS code that only targeted Bybit's cold wallet. Independently confirmed by Wayback Machine snapshots. Lazarus Group is on another level.
Hold on. Let's.
It looks like Safe actually got hacked here.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on. This is breaking news. Then Tyler, I want to get to you because I knew you had some thoughts on what Mando's saying. You set the link, but this is breaking news. So Ben Bybit hacked forensics report as promised here. The preliminary. The forensics investigation of the three signers host suggests the root cause of the attack is malicious code originating from Safe Wallet's infrastructure. Whoa. No indication of compromise was identified within Bybit's structure. The investigation is still ongoing to further confirm the findings. Whoa. So it does seem the benign JavaScript file of app.safe.global appears to have been replaced with malicious code. February 19th, 2025 at 15:29:25 UTC, specifically targeting Ethereum multi-sig cold wallet of Bybit. The attack was designed to activate during the next Bybit transaction, which occurred February 21st, 2025 at 15:13 UTC. Based on the investigation results from the machines of Bybit signers and the cached malicious JavaScript payload found on the Wayback Archive, we strongly conclude that AWS S3 or CloudFront account API key of safe.global was likely leaked or compromised. Further investigation should be conducted to validate the findings of and the whoa.
Safe about to get sued for 1.4 billion. It looks like.
This
So
makes sense now, is because
this is bad.
we've not been able to move things on Safe for the past few days, and I know some guys on your side. Yeah, you guys haven't either. So that's this. I wondered why we're offline. Safe's been offline for a few days now.
That's
my Safe crypto
Yeah,
credit card worked
bullshit.
yesterday. I bought hockey
Yeah,
tickets yesterday with my Safe, but wow, this is not great, boys.
That's a big blow to self-custody, right?
That is not good. And this is all available on
and
his
Pump Fun account has been compromised, everyone.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh my god. Be careful, everyone. It appears. Oh no. Let's post this though. Let's post this. Hold on. Okay, this is not good. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna pause the show. This is a hack. Okay, hold on. This one's a big hack. We should probably tweet about this. This is a hack. Do not buy the coin or interact with the account. God damn it, guys. We really cannot catch a fucking break, guys.
Yikes. Is all that's. First, that's not how Pump's going to launch their coin. Please don't ape the Pump coin.
You guys, man. Okay, where do we pick the show back on? Tyler, quickly, your thoughts on what Mando was saying. You did share news. Then maybe let's go back to Bybit and Pump Fun stuff. But wow, fuck, dude. Man. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, we can iterate on the Bybit stuff a little bit more. I don't use Safe Wallet. I use other devices. Safe is mostly for multi-sigs. Am I understanding that?
Yeah.
Correctly? Man, I just feel like the self-custody game is just getting harder. When you have a lot of capital at stake, I don't know. We've got banks entering the game.
Bro, this is gonna make everyone run back to ETFs. I know many people who have sold all their. Wasn't there a Bitcoin maxi that actually sold his crypto in the last 2 weeks, a big amount for ETFs? That made a lot of noise on timeline.
Yes, I forget the handle. But
yeah, I forgot to. But he's a pretty known Bitcoin maxi. Wow.
Yeah, I understand the decision.
I don't blame them. At least you won't have someone pulling up to your house or fucking murder your family for your Bitcoin. Yeah.
Best to say. So I don't want to jump to too many conclusions.
Yeah.
To play out. I guess on the ETF front, since we were kind of talking about that, I sent you the stat.
Yeah, let's pull it up.
Commentary made sense. It's more of an unwinding. So 1.5 billion in outflows across the last 2 days. That's the 2-day record now in outflows. But it also kind of shines the light on all of those inflows that were easy to celebrate. It wasn't pure net inflows, right? Because that delta neutral trade was a part of the number. So it looked like only about the stat I saw is only 44% of the inflows were actual true net buy activities. So something like
let's see what you pulled up. There you go.
It's 17.5 billion of the 38 were direct long-term investment, and the rest, their conclusion here was likely more of this arbitrage trade.
So they short Bitcoin futures and balance out with ETF buys. Is that what you're saying?
That's what they're saying. Yeah. So if this is factual, I haven't had a chance to go through and verify this, but I think this kind of makes sense, anecdotally with what has been shared about this trade unwinding right now. And in hindsight, it was the days when it was just 300 million and 500 million every single day. I remember there was a point where is this real? Is this real net buying activity every single day? And it turns out no, it wasn't. It was potentially kind of overinflated by about 2x of what it actually was. Which I guess in the case is we haven't had as many net inflows as we thought, and there's still a lot more to potentially come. So if you're wearing your bull hat here this morning, as we actively shoot off a major audit report finding that's going to impact self-custody and pump fund getting their account hacked here.
Yeah, I mean the post is gone for what it's worth.
That's good.
But that doesn't mean it won't come back. So be very careful. Jesus Christ, guys. So I mean we're gonna talk more at length with the safe thing tomorrow because there's more info, but this is not really good. The safe, I know a lot of people have their funds on safe. This is not good.
Yeah.
No, maybe with safe servers, they hot swapped the Gnosis Safe UI with JS code that only targeted by his code, independently confirmed by Wayback Machine snapshots. Lazarus group is on another level. Man, these North Korean hackers are like really fucking good. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, I don't even know what that means, but they hot swapped the Gnosis Safe UI with JS code that only targeted by. Does that mean that they swapped the UI on the person that was signing? Like, from my computer to yours? That's actually crazy.
What company did this happen to not so long back, where they got a hold of the front end UI and adjusted the UI?
That's what they did.
This is this has happened not so long back, and it was a big security breach, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forget, but that's exactly what they did. They changed the UI on the person's computer.
Yeah, so what the Bybit signers have been looking at is basically signing a false transaction through the safe UI. That's fucking crazy.
Wow. Wow, be careful, everyone. Like, be careful with your assets, you know? Wow. Wow. Anyways, we don't have to ponder on that too much, but Mando, are we good on the market? Looks like we're we're hanging in there, hanging on a thread, but we're hanging in there. It's like you don't know where we're going next, right? It's like we're like in this weird period where it's like, are we gonna get like this like one turbo red candle? Like I honestly just want us to rip the bandit off once for all. Is that too much to ask for, guys?
Have we not ripped off a few band-aids?
On altcoins, but I mean on Bitcoin, I guess. Like just rip it off, you know? Just rip it. Like, let's go. Like fucking give us that mega red candle once and for all. And let's go back up.
You might get your wish at 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
The earnings aren't good.
Oh my God. Yeah. Is that 5 ET? Is that what it's at?
Yeah.
So God.
Too long.
Yeah, I'll definitely be on my computer then. Yeah, it looks like Safe Wallet posted about this 15 minutes ago. Just quickly, we'll go through a statement, then let's go to Tyler's top 100. But Safe Wallet posted Safe Wallet statement on targeted attack on Bybit. So let's see quickly. So Safe smart contracts are unaffected. So don't worry, everyone. Like if you have money in Safe, it looks like the smart contracts are unaffected. An attack was conducted by compromising Safe Wallet developer machine, which affected an account operated by Bybit. So they added security measures. So, you know, there was a target. It was like a really obviously targeted account on this specific Ethereum wallet on Bybit. So it's really a specific wallet. So it appears that it was safe indeed. But the front end remains operational, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, obviously exercise extreme caution and remain vigilant when signing transactions. So it's a good time to stay safe. Like I'm not even trying to like be punny and stuff. Like just be careful, everyone. Please. This is very weird times for crypto, Tyler. Weird times. I don't know. We need like we need a vibe shift.
Indeed.
Where's that tweet? Like vibe shift plus new thing plus up only plus. I miss those days, right? Like people used to dunk on Wag Me, but fuck, last cycle like that actually like made like you know. Amanda Cassett once told me the market is an aggregation of vibes, and that quote stayed with me forever.
Didn't the 2021 Wag Me era feel like it lasted much longer than whatever?
Right? You logged in every day and you're like, yay, I can't wait to log into my Twitter. Like, you know, I logged in every morning. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm excited to wake up. Now I wake up and I'm like, well, I'm excited because I get to work. But like, I wake up, I'm like, fuck, is Bitcoin going to be like 65K this morning? You know, like, is my net worth going to be slashed by another 40% today? You know, so anyways, all right. Another day in a golden bull run. Tyler, let's see what you got for us.
NFT and crypto analysis. Tyler T on FOMO hour calls the kids can't miss. Free to bash some bears.
All right, top news on the day. Crypto majors, they fell further yesterday, then rebounded. Bitcoin back at 88K. This is amidst the Bitcoin ETFs seeing their worst two-day stretch ever with $1.5 billion in net outflows. The SEC has dropped their case against Uniswap, the latest high-profile case from the Gensler era to be dropped by the new leadership. Hyperliquid has beat all chains and dexes in 24-hour revenue. Big day for Hype. PayPal to ramp up adoption of its stablecoin this year, plus more product integrations. Breaking this morning, it looks like Bank of America. They're saying either their stablecoin or stablecoins are coming. So Bank of America now pushing stablecoins as well. We had the Ethereum Foundation director, Miyaguchi, shifting from director to president amidst calls for leadership changes for the Ethereum Foundation. Interesting stat from Bitwise. The Bitwise CIO, they were interviewing wealth managers at a conference. 53% of 350 wealth managers surveyed plan to allocate to crypto in client accounts this year. So that percent is just going up these days. GameStop, their CEO received a letter.
Yeah.
To buy $5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
So good.
GameStop. Let's do 3.0 here this year.
And he replied, right?
Yes. And then Senator Loomis teased America's crypto KOL, teased that today's Senate Banking Subcommittee hearing on Bitcoin and crypto or digital assets will be, and I quote, a big deal. So stay tuned for the results of that. Let's see. Token airdrop and protocol news. Sui launched a new feature allowing for private connections across video, audio, and text, powered by their chain in Walrus. Kaido continues to soar, folks. Man, this token, oh my gosh, $2.40.
Crazy.
50% today. I don't know what's happening, but no one wants to be short Kaido right now. They are introducing
wild
voting and 9 new protocols to vote for here today. Monad shared that it's the last day to be an early user of its testnet. So that timer may have eclipsed. And then Solana Depin, this GeoNet project offering data for drone robots, raised $8 million. So more than just meme coins on Solana. They've also got Depin. AI crypto quickly. Market cap is up about 5%. Leaders kind of chopping. They are green here a bit this morning. Virtuals did introduce this new Virtuals Ventures as their new ecosystem fund aimed at helping AI teams with funding and launch support. And let's see, a couple of NFT headlines. A big rebound on the OCH Heroes after yesterday's weekly XP dropped for Abstract. We saw that those Heroes players were getting a lot of XP. And then shout out to OMB and Ordinals, folks. They somehow sell 6.7.
I saw that
worth of Ordinals in a primary sale yesterday.
They're nice too.
That is quite the accomplishment in this market. So
what does that mean for pups? Bongo, you're still on stage, dude. You're like the Bitcoin like messiah. Can you just fucking like get people to buy puppets and pups in our ordinals and runes, please? Come on, man.
This is it. They just bought on, and from here we go up. I mean,
it's your job.
Yeah. It's we now have a feeling of when ordinals are gonna bounce back. It's the most like sticky community of this entire bull market. And I think this is time.
Return to Bitcoin. I love how just Bongo was right there. I looked at my screen. I was like, oh, let me just get Bongo involved. Tyler, where do we even start? I mean, yesterday there was quite some good news coming on. Let's move on to better news. I know we talk about hacks and markets and stuff, but it's funny. Let me start by showing you this tweet by Dan Romero, the founder of Farcaster. And I think you're going to relate to that a lot. I mean, everybody in this industry is going to relate. Crypto right now, regulatory versus charts, right? You have the regulatory, which is like A++++, right? You got the Uniswap even like case that was dismissed yesterday, right? Again, like more and more, but then the charts are looking pretty grim. Take us through some of the positive headlines we got.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just such a tale of two markets. I think we keep saying this.
Yeah.
But people, I guess, just don't want to believe it. But like the institutions are quite literally, they're just starting to get in.
Yeah.
To crypto, like full feet ahead. And it's because of the executive orders that Trump has signed.
Yeah.
I shared the stat from the Bitwise CIO. They're in front of wealth managers. They're pitching crypto. 53% say they're going to allocate to client portfolios.
Wow.
Like that's a part of when I call it the infinite swap, where retail takes X% of their weekly paychecks or X% of their portfolio and it gets allocated to crypto, and that doesn't stop. It happens effectively forever. It's the same that they've been doing for index funds, and now like crypto index funds are going to be a part of that. So when people think about bullish catalysts, I think that is absolutely one. You've got huge players like Bank of America talking about getting into stablecoins. It seems like stablecoins clearly one of the hot button topics. All the big players are trying to get into it, figure out how they can get a piece of the pie. PayPal already established with PYUSD, but they want to go even further. You know, they talked about trying to get it integrated into more and more of their products. So as that happens, like barriers are broken down, more people using stable coins. The way I see it, as stable coins go up and to the right, it is a wealth effect for larger crypto as well. And it doesn't mean that all these stable coins are going to be converted into crypto assets.
Right.
More people come on chain and hold wealth on chain. It is a bigger pie, and some of that capital will rotate, I believe. At least that is my stance.
Have you seen this crazy stat? Let me show you something insane. Not insane, but it's really like it. Chris, there you go. 1% of M2 is stablecoins.
Wow.
Yeah, of USD M2. The 1%, so here you go. Per our network, stablecoins have now crossed over 1% of USD's M2, just 99% to go. It's pretty like impressive. Like, honestly,
99%. That's funny. That's provocative.
I mean, yeah, that is provocative. But you know, the part that it's like 1% of it, it's impressive.
But like, what percent would you put by 2035, 10 years out? What would be your over under?
I am not well versed on the stablecoin market enough, but we're moving toward a digital era. That has nothing to do with crypto, right? It's just digital, like crypto aside, like we're moving to digital era, right? Digital art, digital this. So 10 plus?
10 was my number in my
10,
head.
yeah, like 10x with by 2035. Thing is, you know, Tyler, like tech tends to accelerate so fast, it could happen 2030. Like, you know how things just accelerate like crazy? Like we've seen it with AI recently. I think people underestimate how fast things could accelerate in that sense. That doesn't mean that like our altcoin backs are going to accelerate higher with that, but you know.
And like we're seeing, I do believe there is a real scenario where we are laying the foundation for that hockey stick growth right now. Like,
yeah,
all these major institutions are just now really opening up the doors to do this because they couldn't rest that they would be able to build these programs and these teams and it not just get basically shut down, at least in the United States.
Yeah.
Now that concern is gone seemingly for at least 4 years.
Yeah.
We're at the dawn of the era, and I think that this is how you can start to get hockey stick growth. There is real advantages, like we talked about this on Underexposed before, but like the fees and digital transactions and credit card processing, they're about 2.5%.
It's a crazy business.
Yeah, that's where you can attack. So like there's real money to be made, and there's real anyone who's transacting in crypto. Part of the reason when we got into this game, right? It's so eye-opening. Send 5K to your friend in Paris or across the world or just
in seconds.
Yeah, it takes seconds. It's much harder to do that via trade baking. So I think there's a lot of room to grow there. So that's positive. I think we're going to continue to see those positive headlines. We'll be very curious what the Senate Subcommittee on Digital Assets has to say today. We've talked about this a little bit in our chat. There is some concern. I think Gabe Layden raised this concern over
which one
of like basically there's some some bad crypto regulations come out. Perhaps they're going to block it.
I mean, there was this Van Spencer tweet, right?
Mm-hmm.
About a major player. I mean, a lot of people seem to say I'm not saying it's Circle, but it seems like they think it's Circle in the comments. There's a major player that's trying to really like regulate that whole industry and kind of own it. So,
right. And I certainly see the argument that we don't want to be pushing competitors out at the favor of
right
the folks who are spending up in Washington. And I would tend to agree with that.
Yeah, the soon-to-be revealed stablecoin markup apparently has requirements to shut off access to the treasury market to centralized international stablecoin issuers, which is straight up batshit crazy. This is a blatant attempt at regulatory capture by U.S. players done at the expense of U.S. national interest. So if you're curious about this, Pythionism, by the way, great follow. He was a whistleblower for SBF way before everybody else, and then really when everything went down. So it's really rare. Actually, the last time he spoke up against something was SBF, pre-SBF fall. And I think a lot of people laughed. So it's definitely not something to take with a grain of salt and something to probably pay attention to. But wow, we should have just been in the stablecoin business. Jesus Christ. Why is everybody launching a token? Just launch stablecoin.
We'll be competing with Square and the Carlsons.
Yeah, right. But it's wild. And then obviously Paolo had some words on that. I really want to interview Paolo. We gotta get Paolo on the fucking show. Who knows Paolo? Come on, man. We gotta get Paolo on. That would be
per capita of anyone.
Right? It's actually wild. It's what he's anyways, Tyler, what else you got for us?
Let's see.
What are favorite headlines?
I know I keep talking about it every day, but like this Kaido token is.
Dude, let's talk about it.
Pull it up.
Let's talk about it.
Like,
let's pull up the chart. Hold on. Trading view.
This is
dude. I really want to talk about this because I had a take on it this morning. But take us through it, and I'm gonna pull up the chart.
So the news today is they continue to share new information about staking and reasons why folks would hold the token. It looks like staked token voting will go live here today. I don't know that that's the headline that drove this huge candle right now, but that it's pumping amidst that news, to say the least. The reason why that would matter, if folks remember, there were the KOLs, and I got included in one of these rounds too, where some of the launch partners were paying up to like $2 per vote.
Yeah.
Right. Previously, the only way you could get votes was via Yaps. Now you can get votes by staking your Kaido tokens.
So companies are just buying the Kaido token in order to, they could, that's what you think would lead to the.
Yeah, they could buy their own votes effectively via the token. I don't know if that's the economic.
So you probably want to trade pre-vote, post-vote, right?
There's a lot of calculus to go into effect for sure. Probably less likely that we're going to see like the big Yap holders getting paid for votes now, since there's other ways to go.
Yeah,
about
no way.
So I wouldn't hold your breath for any more big vote payouts. There's 9 new projects launching today. Also, like they said that they didn't release their algo for how people earned tokens in airdrop 1, but participating in votes was one of them. So if you're in this ecosystem, if you want to be participating ahead of airdrop 2 and future airdrops, I think like voting is something you should do. And I mean, it's never bad to research projects and figure out which ones you want to throw your support behind, really, anyway. So I think that's the news here. But man, $2.40.
Dude, wild. I mean, sellers in shambles.
Sellers in shambles. This is becoming one of my bigger fumbles.
But you know what? Like that's the thing. Like you also did what was right given the specific market. Like that's what people don't understand, right? Like it's like every single airdrop. I mean, historically, every airdrop has gone to 0 or like much lower, right? Everyone, like since beginning of times, everything's gone lower, right? And so especially in this market where there's a lot of uncertainty, Kaido came in and is like this like knight in shining armor, and it's going the other way, which is fucking awesome. It's amazing. Yeah, we do love that you bought a punk, though your punk's down now, but it's okay, it'll go up. But the it's amazing. It sets a precedent. My take this morning was just very simple, and I'll just read it out loud here on the time on here. Was get used to apps becoming more valuable than blockchains, Kaido leading the way, and this is just the start of a new trend. And for the longest time this cycle, Tyler, we said, and we meaning like you and me, but also the timeline, too many chains, not many apps. Mm-hmm. And it's chains and chains and chains and chains, and people are just investing in these chains to dump on retail and dump and dump and dump and dump. And like there's nothing actually, no one's like, it's crazy, but like Sobi had a radical take yesterday, which is like, hey, let's build cash flow positive businesses in crypto. Hot take. Like this is a hot take in Web3. Like having like revenue generating companies in crypto is like a hot take. You know what I mean? And here comes Kaido with the successful TGE with the Coinbase backing. I mean, whoever the market makers is, probably doing a really good job as well. But you know, they have done it right? They built a business, they built attention, they built mind share, they built revenue, and then they teach ETH. It's
Yep.
just well done. Like shout out to you, right? Like it's incredibly well done, and they've really cooked on that. So now we don't have the numbers, but it doesn't matter. Like clearly, it's doing well, and I really love that. And I hope, Tyler, I pray that this starts the beginning of this next meta of the second leg of the cycle, which is going to be like a super app cycle,
Yeah.
right? Like
do
fuck the super meme coin cycle shit. Like fuck that stuff. Like there's gonna be meme coins forever. I love meme coins. You know me. You can't be in the space and be a host like every morning and be anti meme coins. Like you got it. Like it's part of the game. You love meme coins, but you gotta also have that. It can't just be memes, right?
Of course. So we want the apps to succeed. I love that they didn't wait for like perfect market conditions. They launched on a very rough week, and their token is pumping while majors are falling off cliffs. So it just goes to show that is possible. I think it also reminds us, hey, this is not a bear market. I don't think tokens launch at $2.4 billion FTVs in bear markets. So there is opportunity to be had if you have a good product and a good app.
Yeah.
So I think
launch.
Yeah, we have to be rooting this on for sure.
Just launch. I think they launched at the perfect time. Obviously not market wise, but given their mind share, like it's like, yo, like how much longer can you drag the whole Yap thing, right? Because it was going on for like 2 months, 3 months. Like I think we've been farming Yap for a couple months. So I think for them, market wise, no, but for them it was like nice time. Like and I look into that as well myself. Like we talk about it. It's like, yo, first you launched the Myriad like points program, you launched a product, you fix the product as people go, then you launch USDC markets, then you show that you can generate enough revenue for like 46 weeks, then you TG, right? And so it's like you want to do things properly. And I think that they have shown that they're doing things right. And I actually really appreciate how Yuhu talks openly about his token, his plans, what Kaido's doing. Like, you know, I really like at the end of the day, like I'm a fan. Like, it doesn't matter whether I sold the airdrop or whatnot. On day one, I did what I had to do when, you know, you taxable dollars day one on your claims, this and that. Like this doesn't matter. Like you know, credit goes where credit is due. I think they're doing a really good job. And I really hope they inspire the next wave of the cycle with what they're doing.
100%. And we're already starting to see some more positive movement. So Fancy Top launched on Monad.
Yes.
That's how I made sure I got my actions in on Monad testing.
And you may get an airdrop. I don't know if you will, but hey, maybe that'll get you paid.
It's worth doing. I think it's honestly for folks who are kind of looking for like low capital to play apps to try. It's free. You sign up, you get 15 free cards. With that, you can sell some of those. You get like the Monot faucet tokens. So I don't think they have any real value, but you can get in, you can learn the game and effectively play for free. And I think there are some real prizes. I don't know the exact prize pools, but they are running tournaments on Monad in parallel with the tournaments running live still on Blast.
Yeah.
So that one has been doing well. Abstract NFTs. This is your next quote. Abstract
NFT. You know what? Let's do it right now. Hold on. You always come up with the best ones. You're like my ghostwriter now.
You're
All
mute.
right, done. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I'm mute.
I was saying you always come up with the good ones for me. So you're like my ghostwriter.
Yes.
All right, let's look at Abstract NFT. What's the best place to look at? It's Magic Eden?
Magic Eden, and you go to the Abstract.
Yeah, got it. All right, let's look into that. Wow, On-Chain Heroes are killing it, bro.
OCH Heroes totally back. They're back. I think they hit 0.5, 0.54 overnight. I was a little concerned this weekend that maybe they topped a few days in. It looks like they haven't. I think basically what happened yesterday is Abstract dropped their weekly XP in that game.
Yeah.
They're heavily rewarded, which was always the thesis. But I think it was important to see that.
Yep.
For folks. So folks doubled down on the game. I think the NTs has gotten to like 0.3, so they're back up 50% off local lows. What else is going on? This Segmented Adventurers project, I totally whiffed on this. These were buyable around like 0.01, but I guess some folks at Van Eck and their Web3 department are behind this one.
Wow.
Igel tweeted out this morning. He's the head of digital research at Van Eck. He said it is a Van Eck backed project. So I don't know. Interpret that however you want.
You know how Van Eck has a pudgy PFP?
Yes.
And you know how like Matt, the CEO of Bitwise, also always bull posting pudgy and Igloo, like it's in part of their NFT thing. You know how Luca in my interview of him in Paris on stage said that there's going to be NFT investment vehicles coming soon? I think, I'll put it on the record, I think there's going to be an NFT ETF with pudgies in there coming.
That's what he alluded
It's
to.
starting to hit, bro. What? Because, dude, if the VanEck folks are behind a fucking NFT project, they could have picked any chain. Why are they on Abstract?
Imagine your tweet ETF NFTs and how viral that will go.
Tomorrow, like one per day.
That will happen. But
Abstract is cooking, man. Instead of playing the TVL game, dude, they're like, I know a lot of people, including you and Sims, like are like genuinely playing the XP game and getting involved. Like half of my team is on the fucking Roach racing game. They're all just playing this while like building Myriad, you know?
Yeah, like I'm not an expert in this ecosystem. I need to dive in deeper, but I'm on Myriad every day.
Yeah,
I'm running the
so
line,
simple.
and I can't wait for these money.
I'm cooking on Myriad, bro. I'm on fire.
Every day I wake up and say win money markets.
When I know, look, I just cooked burst. Oh, I just won 380,000 points on this one. Holy shit! Let's go.
I love.
I gave that call also in the Myriad chat. I was like, guys, the draw is gonna hit. The draw is gonna hit. And then 90 sucking minutes, like last minute of the game, we drew. That was nice. I know when USD markets, but hopefully within the next 2 weeks. That's our target. Please, devs, please, can you do something? Please.
Rounding this out, let's talk Bitcoin NFTs briefly. So OMB was
yes. Okay, fine. Let's talk about OMB.
Puppets are 0.043. Those briefly went below 0.04.
Damn, they were 10x that at peak.
Like, when do these? Like, that's the question on a lot of people's mind.
Here,
the dips keep dipping. The number, like in my head, I was like, if these get to 0.02, like, am I gonna buy like 50?
So my entry is 0.01. So I still not full round trip on like 16 puppets, but it still stinks.
At 0.01, like, are you just like crying and puking, or are you thinking?
I'm beyond the point of crying and puking with these. Like I was worth, like my bag was worth 7 Bitcoin at peak. I was walking around Paris last year and I was acting like, oh my God, I got so much Bitcoin. Oh, by the way, code, sorry, rafflebot.xyz, the code is punk, P-U-N-K, punk, rafflebot.xyz, code is punk, because someone's going to win a punk today. Anyways, back at you, Tyler.
They kind of look like they're buys.
The thing with puppets, and that's also why I don't do what I did. I married the bag because I love them.
Yeah.
But I don't need 16 of them. I just need one.
Yeah, you don't have to have 16 of something to prove that you love it. I think we're past that part. This is incredible buy.
I love those things, dude. Fuck, you're making me want to buy like just what are we talking about next? I can't look at these. I love them. I don't know. They're so redacted. Like this so good.
The prices are just getting so low in Bitcoin terms. That,
yeah.
Like, if I had to pick an NFT to 2x or 3x, this is probably the board I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
I'm being honest. But also, like, they could just keep going down and maybe
like also, let's be honest, like quantum cats were a third of a Bitcoin. If you're a little richer, like if you got the money, like the appetite for a quantum cat, maybe like at the end of the day, they are like one of the biggest teams on Bitcoin. Like Taproot, they just announced like a $70 million raise. Like, you know, you could argue that, right? But obviously the appetite, like, would you rather 4 puppets or 3.5 puppets or 1 quantum cat? There's also argument there. You could go for like 1 node, 1 puppet, like, you know. Also, ordinal max fees at 0.029. It's kind of cheap, I'm not gonna lie. So the Fantastic Four was these 4, right? Of Bitcoin, the top 4. If you're just getting started and got capital, just grab one of each. Call it a day.
Man, one of each at peak was like 2 Bitcoin.
Yeah, but one of each at peak was the worth of 1 quantum cat. Less than the worth of 1 quantum cat. Think about that.
Yeah.
So if you have the money and you have the appetite to take the risk, I'm not saying take it. I'm saying if you have the appetite to take a risk and you want to put into like a longer play. But I think, and I was talking to this about this with Min yesterday, because he cooked on the puppets early on. Oh, yeah. I was saying, I think the ordinals trade is going to be an end of cycle trade. Like at this stage, I'm holding my puppets to end of cycle, like NFTs 2021. Like it's going to be the thing that really pumps once Bitcoin's stable above 150K. Super cycle conversations are back on the board. Everybody's euphoric. and we're buying it like risk because it's high risk assets on Bitcoin, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I was just toggling over to the runes board. I'm not sure that we even need to do that.
No, we're not talking about this. Let's talk about this last collection though. Where is it? Is it in the OMB? Oh wow.
Floors now. The I think they're called Black Eyes.
How do I see them? Why can't I?
What do you mean? Those are it. You were seeing them.
No, that's the regular OMBs.
Isn't that the new ones?
Oh, are they within the current OMB collection? Bongo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at the right ones.
Okay, thank you.
Those are the black eyes.
I love having Bongo on stage. That's perfect. He's like, you know, that guy on Joe Rogan that's just there, like ask him a question.
Yes.
So yo, I was always a fan of the OMB art. These are cool.
Yeah, I kind of like these.
I fuck with that. They have some good art in the OMB. If you dig into like the actual like, there's just some rare ones. They're fucking sick. So you told me they sold what, 6 Bitcoin worth?
They sold $6.7 million worth. Yeah. 3,500 NFTs sold for 0.021 each.
Wow.
So like 70 Bitcoin or something.
Wow.
So that's a big sale.
Wow.
Very impressive.
Damn.
They've got a community. They've got some believers out there.
This doesn't happen in the bear market, by the way. Just putting it out. I know a lot of the stuff that we're seeing on time doesn't happen in the bull, but like this doesn't happen in the bear either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it has to give you some confidence that ordinals aren't just all going to zero immediately, at least that people are ready to put $7 million in some JPEGs on Bitcoin.
Yeah. That's absolutely crazy. I like this one. There's some good what else is there? There was the Bull Leonidas back then. I still have mine that I minted. And that was nice. Wow, the base angel is 0.005. Now, damn, frogs 0.0099. That was one of the first collections on Bitcoin.
Those went to 0.2, 0.3, I think, at peak.
Yeah, they were like way higher than puppets for the longest time. What's up, Bungo?
Just putting it out there, but I think CKChart, or it's well known that CKChart has made over $50 million with OMB, like across all the collections, selling them. It's way more than that.
Wow, that is impressive. Wow, let's look at the runes board, man. Dog to the moon, bro. That shit. That thing's down above 200 mil like the whole entire time.
It's wild. Yeah, dog's holding up well. The volumes are anemic.
Yeah. Oh God. Pups.
Pups is 24 million. RSS.
We've round tripped it not only once. We did it twice. We did it a second time. That was funny. Anyways, code is Punk PUNK. I think we went around the board pretty well here. That's actually well, unless I missed something, Tyler, but I think we went around pretty well.
Yeah, we did it.
All right. Let's pick a winner here. Damn, Bongo, I can't believe you fucked this up, dude. I just found out that you fucked it up last week. That's crazy, bro. God damn it. Guys, make sure you stay in the room when you win. All right, Sam, let's pick a winner. Raffleball.xyz. The code was Punk, PUNK today. Let's see. Who's going to win a Punk? Who's going to win a Crypto Punk today? Where is Timothy Chalamet? There he is. Wow, the Pump Fund hacker didn't even launch the token on Pump Fund. What a fucking... Oh, a fellow red guy. RYL_FB. Royal Fountainbaum. Let's go, baby. Royal Fountainbaum. RYL_FB. Congratulations. Get your ass on the Twitter Spaces stage because you just won. You just won. I love that. GM, bullish on Rug Radio, Myriad, and Rega. Well, let me follow you. What? RYL, Royal Fountainbaum. RYL_FB. You've been retweeting. You've been actually using the platform. Oh, yes. I love our extension. You can just look at it directly on. Oops, what did I do? Where's he at? Royal Fountainbaum. Come on, you gotta show up, dude. You gotta show up. You're one of our like community members. Look at this. He retweets all the good stuff. Oh, there he is. There he is. There he is. All right. All right. Royal Phantom Bomb. All right. Well, let's see what we got for you today. Let me refresh this in case something sold. No, it did not. Let me do this. So let me, 1 second. Let me also do this and that and this. All right. Royal, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Are you ready?
Good. How about you? I'm ready.
All right. Let's get a punk. Hi. More. Oh, you won a red guy. I'm assuming you already have one, but do you have a second one now? Congratulations.
I have a third one, but you can't have enough red guys, right?
Exactly. I love that. I gotta say that was pretty close though. That was two, like one in between the punks. So it looks like we
Pretty close.
hit a punk this week. That would be nice. All right, Royal Phantom, congratulations. Bernie will get you that punk ASAP. Tyler, I will see you tomorrow, and everybody see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of FOMO Hour on Rug Radio. Let's go.